Hello, everyone. This is the Green Tambourine Tarot, and I am live. I just wanted to come on here and I'm listening to myself. It's been a minute. Like, it really has been a minute since I've done a live, but I wanted to go ahead and, um, just get started again on Psychic Saturdays. And we are I'm just gonna do it. I didn't make an announcement for it yet. I didn't do anything like that. I just wanted to just go live and just start. Just start. So I am so happy to be back with you guys. I am going to do, as we always do in the beginning, I'm going to do a reading for the collective, and then we will do some individual readings just like we always have done. So so I'm very grateful to be back and to have you guys be a part of what we're doing or what spirit has led me to do. So I'm going to get started with a Psychic Saturday live, and then we're going to go through for the collective again. And so let's get started. Um, Overall, we have the Ten of Wands. That's the overall energy of what we're reading for the collective today. And the first card that we have is the King of Pentacles. The next card is the Five of Pentacles in reversed. The next card is the Hermit card. And then the final card is the King of Wands in reverse. So let's look at that for a second, because when you're looking at the Ten of Wands upright, it's like the collective right now overall is feeling burdened. Perhaps some of us are, and overwhelmed, and like we are carrying, some of us, responsibilities, emotional weight. And this for you could be related to work, it could be related to your relationships, it could also be related to um, you know your personal growth. Like, for some of us, or as a collective, a lot of us are feeling like there's a need to lighten our load and try to be able to delegate things when it if we can. And with the with the King of Pentacles, excuse me, um being there, then that basic definitely means that we just are in a place where we need to, um where things are going to be turning around. So that is the biggest thing, is that things will be turning around for us all. And with the Five of Pentacles being in reverse, of course, that means that a hardship is going to be coming to an end for us. So it's almost like it is an indication that things are going to be turning around. Um, I specifically love the fact that um, that the Hermit card is there, because it's a time of reflection. It's like a hard time for us is really, hang on one second. I got somebody who's trying to message me here. Give me one, give me one second, everybody. And then that will allow some others to be able to come in um, as well. So there we go. Come on in. We're gonna have some folks come on in. Yay! Um, so this is with the King of Pentacles being there. It is time for us to not get bogged down in the emotional aspects, or the things that are weighing us down. Now it is actually time for us to know that our financial security, your stability, and all of those things are coming to the forefront for you. So now it's time for you to not be bogged down by what's going on around you, and just have faith and um step into your vision, step into, a lot of us have been given visions that spirit has shown us, and it's been a whirlwind that has happened. Like, a lot of us have hit rock bottom recently, and it's been an emotional, tide going through a lot of the changes that are happening right now with the collective. And spirit is sharing with me that now is the time for us to leave a lot of the um, emotional energy behind. So now it's time to leave a lot of the emotional uh, baggage, if you will, the heavy burdens and the responsibilities that have shown up overall for us. Now it's time for us to leave that in the past. And there will be, for some of you, have been going through some financial hardships as a result of whatever it is you've been going through. That's going to be on a turnaround. With the Five of Pentacles being here in reverse, then that, of course, means that there's going to be a breakthrough coming for you. There's support coming for you. Um, there's there's hope, and there will be some rebuilding for you. A lot of us in the collective um, also need to not be as visible. That's what I'm saying. And what I mean by visible is, with the Hermit card being here, it is now time for you to kind of go back inward, reflect inward, and not deal with so much of the heavy burdens that's going on outside and around you and other people's energy, and really focus on your own energy, where you need to go, the faith that you need to have in what's going to be happening um, for you, so that you can gain some clarity and really connect with the divine on what you need to do as your next steps to be able to launch forward. So now this is more like a launch forward for you. Most of us have been in the collective, have been taking care of so many other people and so many other things, that we've not been able to um, focus on ourselves. So now we know that things are going to be turning around for us, and we need to make sure that we can um, be ready for that. Like, prepare ourselves for what's going to be coming, and release ourselves from what got us where we are. So it's a release of the burdens, and it's a time now, it's an indication here that things are going to be turning around for us, for sure. And then right here with the Hermit card, it's time for us to go inside. And the reason why that is because with this King of Wands in reverse, some of us have we have to not base our lives on ego driven decisions, or I'm going to do this because this is going to make me money. That's not what spirit wants you to do right now. It is more so a situation where you are to lead and go with um, the direction of what. When the Hermit card shows up, that is your time to go inside and get a word from the divine. And it's important to lead with wisdom and not impulsiveness or dominance, because when the King of Wands shows up for the collective, that is what it's showing, is that for some of us right now, it's important for us to lead with wisdom. So right now you're being urged to find the balance between being responsible and having that self-care, being responsible for what you have to do outside of this, and also taking care of yourself in the meantime. Self-care should be your first priority. taking care of yourself. It's almost like when you're on an airplane and they say, okay, put on your oxygen mask first and then help everybody else. So right now, Spirit is like, this is when you're going inside, all these other burdens and things that you've been dealing with have not even been your own. They've been like you've been taking care of everybody else. And now it's time for you to take care of yourself. Let go of any unnecessary burdens. Trust your journey now and your new journey, because there's going to be a new unfolding for a lot of us here in the at this time. And just have the wisdom and patience, and know when you should step back and gain some perspective on what what you need to be doing. So I encourage each of you to be able to do that. So I do want to share some oracle cards for the collective, and then we will get into any personal readings or any personal questions that anyone has. If you want to go ahead and start putting some of those in the chat, then that would be great. And we will go from there. So, wow. Okay, so this just came out. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. We actually just had a huge one in Virgo just recently. So that's amazing that that came out, is to expect powerful change for yourself, because so many of us have been taking care of everyone else, and Spirit is saying that there will be a powerful change coming forward for you very, very soon. So, ooh, bring love into the situation, not ego. So I'm gonna put this right here, especially with the King of Wands in reverse. Um, bring love into the situation can also be self-love. For a lot of us, we've been taking care of everyone else, and the biggest thing is to warn against, with the King of Wands being in reverse, that is to warn against any ego-driven decisions. Once you go into once you start focusing on yourself, is just to not make any ego driven decisions. And also, don't let your past hold you back. So don't focus on your south node. Now is the time for you to, a lot of us have been dealing in the energy of our south node. So whatever your south node is, if you're not aware of what your south node is, you can always go to different astroseek, or just different you can Google or do a search on, or search for how do I determine my south node. And there are so many different sites that will come up that will help you do that. And a lot of us, I think you'll find that your energy is more so based on your south node. So you don't want to be in a situation where things are, holding you back from what you really need or want to do. Once again, balance your spirituality and practicality. And that is like balancing your being able to balance what you're doing for yourself and then what you're doing for others is what I'm hearing with that. So once you go into contemplation on what you're doing, you definitely want to make sure that you are doing that. The other set of cards I have here is the first thing that just my eyes went to is trust the divine plan. So trust the divine plan for your life. Trust that a lot of this is a faith walk, because many of you are coming out now from dealing with a lot of burdens and things of that nature. So we definitely want to trust in the divine plan of our life, and retreat. Wow, this is coming up right with the Hermit card. So be okay with letting go of things that no longer serve you. I think what I feel is, and thank you, Tennis Junkie. So what I really feel is, and definitely put a question that you may want an answer to, because we're going to pull some cards for that. So the biggest thing about retreating and what I'm feeling with this is, when you let go of the burdens and then you start to retreat, The thing is to keep yourself and keep your energy balanced, because what I see is when we're talking about the ego driven decisions that can come with the King of Wands in reverse, some of us, when we come out, what I visualize or what I'm visualizing are people saying things like, well, this is what, now that I have this new awakening, I don't, it's a lot of decisions that we're making just based on not necessarily ones that are spirit based, but more like, this person hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna go hurt their, I'm not gonna deal with them anymore. It's really not about others. That is what spirit is saying. It's really not about others. It's really about you and your response and your connection with the divine. It has nothing to do with anyone else. The thing is that you can still be great and still treat people kind, because we're all on our collective journeys. And it's not about the other person. That is the thing. That is what this burden is. Some of us have been taking responsibility for um other people's journeys, and it's not yours. As the cards have said, it is now time for the Five of Pentacles. Now that it's in reverse, it's a recovery from that. It's a breakthrough is coming, and God and the divine God, you're going to hear me say that, is going to send you support to be able to get through it. So it's not a burden that you have to bear on your own to be able to release those things from the past. But please be mindful of and aware of, oh, wow, build on solid ground. So that's your next thing, is to build on solid ground and not emotional ground. Emotional ground is actually not solid ground. There's a knowing that you're going to have from when you go into your hermit mode and you go into your retreat, of knowing what your next steps are. So that is one major thing that you can do, and live life to the fullest. So that's coming out for you, is for you to be able to live your life to the fullest, and that's why this is happening for you now. It is a release from all of the burdens that a lot of the people in the collective have been dealing with, simply because um simply because we have been trying to help so many other people through this transition. And today is the day that Spirit is saying to you, no more. You no longer have to do the heavy lifting for everybody else. You've been released from your having to do that for everybody else. Now is your time. Now is your time. Once you go into your retreat mode, I'm going to, let me see, this is something that I just pulled out a bunch of my cards. Oh, wow. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. That was on this deck. I'll show you that. And then I'm going to go to luck is on your side. So trust the divine plan. This is going to work out for you, collective. And let's see. This just came out. It says, these are mantra cards. Um, and I think this is great. Carnelian is actually about healing grief. So the carnelian stone is a stone that helps you to release grief. So warm and vitalizing, a carnelian soul jewel nourishes my courage to embrace my life's journey with joy and faith. So embrace your life's journey now with joy and faith. And that is exactly what we have been talking about, is really just having that faith that it's all going to work out for you, and joy is coming. Make sure you put any questions that you may have. I oh make okay, I'm just going with whatever Spirit tells me to share. On the bottom of this power right here, it says make necessary sacrifices, and it's not the sacrifices for others. What this is talking about is making the necessary sacrifices for yourself, to do your self-care, to go into retreat for yourself, so that you can live your life to the fullest, which is the goal. Um, so when you go into retreat mode, when you go into your hermit mode, you definitely want to make sure that you are really filling your cup. How can I start to exercise more? How can I start to get out and just um, release anything that is holding me back, anything that belongs to someone else, anything that is a connection with someone else? Like it could be a situation where oh wow, look at this. This is on the bottom. Say no. Learn to say no to others. It's not a bird. It's not especially in this time. Spirit is saying that it's okay to say no to others because it's not, it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It means you love yourself. And the thing about being, not having the ego, which was in the King of Wands reverse, being very careful about ego driven decisions, that's not an ego driven decision to say no to others because you're no longer carrying their burdens. You're no longer carrying their energy. You are being released as of today. If you believe it, if you decide that you trust in the divine plan, there's a reason why you're on this live today, is so that you can begin to trust that Spirit has those people. Everybody has their own spirit guides. Everyone has their own stuff. It is not our responsibility as light workers to always carry the burdens for others all the time. At some point, when we get to the point where we can retreat and fill our cups and then move on with our journey, we've done the work. We have to release so that others can go on their journeys and be able to do the exact same thing, is what I'm hearing. What I see here is we all, like the sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to his own ways, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. So that's Isaiah 50. um Yeah, thank you for saying that, Tennis Junkie. The Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Isaiah 53:6. So that is a card that's coming up. And what else is another? These are my hug from God cards. Um, I see two that have come out here. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. Against such things there is no law. Galatians 5:22 and 23. So this basically is saying that when you come back out, so when you go into retreat and you come back out, this is what we lead with. So as a collective, this is what we lead with: joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. Against such things, there is no law. So there's no natural law against any of these things happening. But there is natural law against you taking on someone else's karma, against you taking on someone else's energy, taking on someone else's burdens. You don't have to do that. Those are the things that Spirit is now teaching you and showing you. Yes, I'm going to show you what it's like to carry others' burdens, but now I'm going to show you what it's like to be free. So trust the divine plan. That was for a reason. That was for a reason. But now it is time for you. This just came up to go for your dreams. Now's the time for you to not be so bogged down in the work of being a light worker, and now it's time for you to actually be released to do what it is you came here to do. This, I'm not sure who this is for, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says all scripture is God breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. That is 2 Timothy 3:16. And what that is basically saying is, what I'm hearing is that that is meant for somebody specifically, and that there is a connection, that yes, there is a connection with Spirit in the Bible, and the Bible um, is a place that you can go for help and healing. It does not just have to be something that you do or resonate just through cards. It can resonate through reading the word as well. Sometimes people feel like, that has to be something separate, and it doesn't have to be, is what I am hearing. So do all things in moderation. It does not have to be a either or. With this, it can be and you can read the Bible, and you can study, and you can get all of the answers from all of the places that God has provided for you, and do it in joy, because against such there is no law. There's actually a law against feeling guilty. That's what I heard. There's a law against feeling guilty or allowing somebody to make you feel burdened with guilt. Burdens are not in this list. So just make sure that you keep this with you, keep the scripture with you, so that you can understand what that really, what I'm hearing and feeling is really focus on these fruits, because your tree should be bearing these fruits. Just because people sit by you, if you are the tree, just because people sit by you or they come and hug you and they get energy from you, that doesn't mean that your fruit changes. It also doesn't mean it's your responsibility to give all of your energy. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm. This is what Spirit is showing me. With a tree has a tree. If a tree has sucklings or smaller branches that start to come out. And smaller branches can be, oh, I got to help this person do this. That's a small suckling or a branch. I got to help somebody do that. You don't get to fruit because you are trying to branch out with these smaller things for everybody else doing everything else. Only when you cut those smaller branches off, that the water and the life and the energy can focus more on fruiting and not just having leaves. So if you look at yourself as a tree, which it's almost like we're a community of life. Like trees are life to me. And so when you are looking at yourself in that way, then you can see that focusing on yourself allows everybody to win, because you're actually allowing yourself to be fruitful. You're not being selfish by focusing on your branches, because eventually when you fruit, everyone benefits from the fruit from a tree. Not everyone benefits from the shade. When you are just doing so many things for so many other people, you know what you do get a lot of are leaves. You get a lot of leaves. And a lot of leaves on a tree can help a few people. But if you cut off the little branches that keep coming to you for this, and this, that's why this retreat has come up here. You have to do all things in moderation, and that is including, you have to say no because you're growing now. You have to say no because you have fruit that's going to be coming. Your retreating is not um, about being mean to people. It's just you need to retreat right now so that you can have that fruit. Think about how far fruit travels for so many other people. You can feed so many people by just having by just focusing on saying no to the little things that come up every day, saying no to other people's energy, releasing other people's problems when they come to you. You say, you know what? Um, that sounds great, but here is a resource for you. Find resources to be able to point people in the direction of, whether it is the Bible, whether it is a spiritual channel, whether it is a therapist, whether it is whatever. It is not I know that in some parts of the book they say, we are to help each other by carrying each other's burdens. However, in this time of the collect for the collective, that responsibility time is over. It's now time for you to focus on saying no, focus on your fruit, because this fruit of giving out love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control in the world, is what the focus is now. The focus is you're going and living your life's purpose. You can't stop to help everybody with their things as you're going on your own life purpose. So that is hey, Crystalline Alchemist, very very nice to see you as well. So yes, I am back. Oh wow. This says live your soul, not a role. So that just came out. Live your soul and not a role. Everybody thinks that, well, I am the blah blah in the family. It does not matter anymore. I am uh face your shadow. Your shadow side might be the reason why you're still stuck. Your shadow side, facing your shadow and turning around and say, you know what? Right here, this is what spirit has brought me to this. Expect powerful change in your life. Y'all know when I start laying down these cards, don't let your past hold you back. Some of you are still operating in your south node, and that is what is holding you back from flowering and fruiting, is that you still want to be that old version of yourself, and that's because it's comfortable. But just know that spirit is going to send you help when you start to say, you know what, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to follow. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to spend time with the divine. I'm going to say no to people when they call me with their stuff, because that keeps you stuck in your past. I'm going to say no. I'm going to do my cord cuttings. I'm going to do my, you know, um, go with the flow. Be willing to go with the flow. You're going to, as you're going on this journey, be willing to go with the flow of what is presented to you. No, I can't do that right now. I'm focusing on myself. However, find a way to say that is suitable for you, and just know that no is that's a final answer. Who can say no to that? Because when you say no, you're telling the universe what you are willing to accept. You're building a solid foundation for yourself. If I say every time somebody comes to me, um and they say, okay, uh, the example I have is this. One time I was trying to sell a property, right? And spirit said, and I had already told spirit how much I wanted for it, right? At the beginning of the week, I said, this is how much I want. Okay. Somebody came through in the middle of the week and made me an offer for it. It was a great offer, but a it was a it was just shy of what I asked for, right? And I said, God, this isn't what you said. This isn't what you showed me. And so I essentially said no to the universe. Now, somebody would have said, oh my God, I'm so grateful somebody offered me something. Ooh, I would accept it, right? But by that Thursday night, somebody came to me and offered me over what spirit has showed me. But if I didn't say no to that other thing, I would not have gotten, I would not have stayed faithful and patient to receive what spirit actually had for me. Whenever you say no to something, you're setting the foundation for and the standard for what you are willing to accept. Am I willing to accept less than what I was shown we have all been shown visions of who we are and what we're supposed to have. And if you say yes to everything else, you're telling spirit, I know what you showed me. I know what the vision is, but I'm going to do, it's comfortable here. You haven't faced your shadow. You haven't also said, hey, I'm not going to accept that. Like, that's not what you showed me. This is what you showed me. And when you say that, then it's like, okay, now this person is ready. Now this person is ready to receive. Um, I feel like I just feel like I was going off for a second there. But I hope you guys understand what that means. I'm going to put in here star. Wow. Okay. So this says, believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. So never forget that. Never forget that. And finally, for the collective encouragement, your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, these are your fruit, you plant a seed of love. And love always generates more love. So trust and continue your loving work. How do you get seeds? You get seeds from fruit. You don't get seeds from leaves, right? That's a heavy lift for a leaf to turn into a tree sometimes. It can happen, but we're talking about fruits of the spirit. So if the fruits that you're laying down, those are the seeds. That is what you're being asked for at this time to plant as a collective, are the seeds that you will get from your tree, and not just the shade that you will provide by harboring others and their energies, right? So it's the love that you're going to plant by going out and sharing these the seeds or the fruits of the spirit. And I'm going to go over this, and then that concludes the collective part of the reading, and then we're going to do any individual readings if somebody has a quick question that they want to put in the chat. But the fruit of the spirit is love, which you will be spreading joy, seeds of peace, seeds of patience, seeds of kindness, seeds of goodness. I keep hearing the movie The Help. You are kind, you are seeds of goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. All right. So, does anybody have any specific thing that they would like for me to read on? I will be more than happy to do that if you want to put that in the chat. And then or they have a question to ask Spirit at this time, and then I will answer those for you. And if not, then I will know that this is what Spirit wanted me to share. So please feel free to ask any question, and I will answer it. All right, I will give you guys. All right, so okay, so what I just got for somebody on here. Make sure you put your questions for any answers that you're seeking for everyone that's new on. This is a wake up call for you. Okay, whoever this is for, whoever it is. I feel like somebody's too shy to say something, but it's you. It's your wake up call. So this is a wake up call for you. And you need to change tracks. So whatever it is that you were dealing with, whoever this is, it's a very shy person. They didn't want to say anything, but doesn't mean that Spirit's not here and wanting to share something with you. So if that resonates with you, for someone else out there, it is for you to be patient while you're going through this process of releasing and renewing, and to let go and enjoy. Let go and enjoy your life. All right. This is your time to really get what you are visualizing and you're seeing, and look forward and not behind you. That is what I have. So this is great, I guess. And ask with sincerity. So it's fine. Somebody is ask with sincerity when you're dealing with, let me see, what is that concerning, Spirit? Get this moon card to show you. When you're stepping out of your comfort zone into your north node. Wow, this card came out. Ask with sincerity. when you're asking for help, ask with sincerity. You know, I sincerely am looking for whatever this is, because this is your time to move in a different direction. Hey, yes, yes. Hey, tennis junkie, go ahead and share a. Oh, is that for you? Are you the shy person? All right. Well, I'm really grateful that that was able to to resonate with you. The other thing that I'm seeing here is with this healing mantra. Um, yeah. So, Crystalline Alchemist, do you have a question for us today? All right. So I tune in to, oh, okay, got it. I tune in to faithfully listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul, guiding me flawlessly on my life's journey. These are cards that you can, they are cards that you can always just pick one for the day, and you can have it beautifully sitting, you know, around you or whatever. But I just love those cards. I love you know, what they represent. They represent the different colors of the chakra, um, that kind of thing. But I'll put them in the um in the description box once we're done. Okay, which card is it? You said no, it's the other card, not the shy card, but is it stepping out of your comfort zone? Um, looking forward? Not sure. All right. Um, let's see. I think that's it. I will wait on the response from Tennis Junkie and oh, okay. I'll just keep going because obviously some people on here are not, but it's what do you, so for somebody, this is what do you need to release? So it's the waning moon. What do you need to release? There's something that someone on here who's watching right now, the one under looking forward, let go and enjoy. Got it. Got it. Okay. Um, what do you need to release then? So since you are, and we're asking for those of you that have just come on, you are, we are at the time now where we have completed the collective reading, and we are taking, um, you know, we're answering questions for others. So since Tennis Junkie, you were kind enough to say something, we will go with you. So this is something that has come up. I don't know what this means to you, but it says nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. Um, there's something about a situation that you may have been focused. It just says nothing will come of the situation. That typically, uh, ha, um, and it says embrace your power. So the next card that comes out says embrace your power. So your power in your north node. Hang on one second. My cards fell down, which means that there is some possible chaos right now in a situation. But let's see what card Spirit has for you. Okay, that is not it. So how to use these? Okay, that's not it. Surrender. Surrender is remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos. Oh my God, I just said that. There's some chaos. Oh my goodness. Which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. So, so that is your message, um, Tennis Junkie, and thank you for that. Anyone else have a request or a question? And I will take that, and I will take the last two. And if not, then I will just read for two other people on here, even if you don't, um, even if you don't say anything and you're there. Self-criticism. Awesome. I'm glad that it I'm glad that it hit home for you. So Okay. So we, um, self-criticism, there's someone on here who, this says, we, your angels, I hope you can see that. Yep. Ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things, including you. So, whomever this is for, um, who was too shy to actually say something, then um, just know that you matter. And this is for that same person. A fiery climax. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, Cosmic Ray. You can answer a question. Um, you can ask a question. Okay, so a fiery climax approaches. That's full moon in Aries. So for whoever this self-criticism person is and you've been criticizing yourself, it's almost like a tower moment is going to come so that you can get in alignment with what's going on cosmically, where you will go into this as a collective, where we are now all releasing our attachments to people and things so that we can move into the visions that and the purpose that that spirit has had. Because some of us, yes, we are in our purpose, but it's like it's moving at a rapid pace. And so the thing is to be mindful of that. And um you have an Aries moon. Hey, so is that for okay? Okay, full moon in Aries. So, Crystalline Alchemist, if those cards were for you, just remember that you matter, girl. Okay. Is there any blocks when it comes to my finances? It seems like every time I think I'm getting somewhere with it, it falls through. All right. Well, let's ask Spirit what we need to do about that. Oh, gosh. The first thing in my mind, these cards are just sitting there, and the thing that was on the top for you, Cosmic Ray, is breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you and trust your inner guidance. Time is right. There is, for you, Cosmic Ray, what I am feeling is that you have been, it's like, yes, it comes to a certain point, but at a certain point, you have to be able to be the person that you see in your mind that accepts it. So the thing is that you have always had the ability to have all of the wealth that you see yourself having, but when you get to a certain point, it's like, is that really for me? Is that it? Can I really have that? And the thing is that focus, this whole thing, I don't know if you've been on for the whole thing, but when we stop this and you go back and you see it, you'll be able to see that Spirit is saying that now is the time to drop any kind of limiting belief that says that what are people going to say? What are people going to say about me, or is that really mine? Or there's some kind of, it's a mental block and not an actual block. So the biggest thing is just being able to write some of those things down. Let's see if we can get a prayer for you. What is a prayer? Oh my goodness. This just came up. The answers that you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. The answers that you need are going to be coming for you, um, Cosmic Ray. And patience, okay? Patience is required at the moment for you. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively for you. So let go and have patience. You will eventually you will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust you are eternally loved and guided. You know what? That, God, I know it's going to work out for me. I know that these are some beliefs I had in the past. You start speaking life over that I can accept it. I see it in my account. The emotions, how to get over a block is to start to not feel the fear behind it. This has worked for me. So the only thing I can do is experience share on this. This I have not done these lives in a while, right? And so coming on today, I felt some kind of way about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. So, you know that I always go through things, excuse me, and it's always there for somebody in the collective. So, the thing is that you just have to be, you have to say, you know what? I release everything about, spirit. I release everything. I release everything that I know that there have been times in my life where maybe I didn't feel like I deserved it. I know that there's some kind of block there, but I release that. I'm going to feel joyful about what comes to me. I'm going to feel grateful about what comes to me. I'm going to do this anyway. I said, you know what? If nobody comes on here and asks a question, if nobody says anything, if I have one person on here, that's fine. I'm going to do this because I'm going to do it. And so hopefully that helps. You have it. Everything that you need, you already have. It's like wealth has been just, what I see is wealth has been just coming to you and coming to you and coming to you. But whatever that is, take it, write it down on a piece of paper. I fear this, and burn it. Just have a burning ceremony for it and release it. This is the time of releasing for the collective so that you can get to whatever it is that we're supposed to get to. Um, it's time now to release that, because your wealth is not for you. You are going to be doing your being wealthy is the it's like it is the curse breaker for your lineage. Like, for what I see is like there are people around you that watch you, and they're waiting for you to you're in your mind about it, but they're just waiting for you. There's like little people around you that, like, they may not even be related to you. It's like there are little people around you, and yeah, and it's like they're waiting for you, because when one person, it's really not about you being wealthy. It is so that, because somebody behind you is going to be super wealthy, but they're going to see you do it. So for you, it's always like you're a helper of people. But if you know that, and then you start to receive it, not just for yourself, but because you know that your purpose is to be a light for others, by just having the wealth. So having the wealth is a light for others, and it's okay to have it, because then that unlocks something for somebody who's coming behind you. It's like a little girl, little person that's looking at you, and they are super wealthy, but if you don't accept the wealth, they won't believe it can come for them. So your acceptance of it, um um yeah, yep, you had to move first. So yes, so this is a confirmation of that dream for you, Cosmic Ray. Yes, there are people that it's like, yeah, it was little people, like little people like just standing there looking at you, like they're waiting to see what's going to happen for you, is what I see. And the other thing, I don't know why all these cards are turned over, but conclusions are within reach. So accept it. It's okay to accept it, and it's going to come from the right energy and the right place. And if it's not something and it does not matter. The thing is that it's going to start coming for you, and open, like, I just see baskets, like just baskets of fish. It's like baskets of fish and money. And I don't know if this has to deal with children or something like that, but or fertility of something, or the birth of something. But this is your be open to love for somebody. But I think that's it for you. I think that's all I got on the download for that for you. um you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Okay, so be open to love. That is for someone. If anybody else, I'm grateful to be able to help. Cosmic Ray, I'm glad that was a help for you. um all right, so Ah, yes. Okay. So Tennis Junkie said fish sometimes represents abundance. Yes, it's like overflowing. I saw baskets overflowing with fish. Um, um, Cosmic Ray. So definitely want that. Anybody else have oh, for somebody that's on here, all of our shy people that don't necessarily want to say anything, address your addictions. So your addictions could be something like TV, anything that's preventing you from going inside and retreating and doing your shadow work. Um, Anything can be like staying the same. We're not staying the same. After today, if you're watching this, Spirit, this is your thing to say that Spirit, you are receiving your blessings now. This is you've made it to the other side. Now is your time to start to address the addiction so that you can release them. When this happens for me, I typically run to food. When this happens to me, I typically run to alcohol. When this happens to me, I typically run to whatever. Now divine is saying run to the divine. Go inside, start to process why, what is happening and what makes me want to do this right now. Start to journal, write those things out, start addressing them so that you can release them and start to fruit. Remember, now is your season of bearing fruit. It is no longer your season of being the shade tree for everybody else in there and the refuge for everyone else. That is not the season now. We are in the season of fruiting and bearing fruit, the abundance season. That is the season that we're in. And it could just be an abundance of peace, love, the fruits of the Spirit, peace, love, joy, kindness, gentleness. Just imagine if we as the collective are able to start to bring joy to ourselves and others. Um, gotcha. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So, um, all right. Anyone else have a request or a question? So I will give anybody else the opportunity to ask a question. Tennis Junkie or Crystalline Alchemist. Oh, awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad. Anybody else have a question before I am off of here for today? You have a channel open. So while it's here, you can ask a question. This is great. Nobody has a question while we're connected to all right, I will give it a moment for somebody to type it in, and if not, we are done. I want to no question for me. This was awesome. Awesome. I'm so grateful that you were all right. Well, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that this was a reading that that helped. So I don't know if this was for me or it says accept disappointments gracefully. So if things don't work out the way you want, just accept them gracefully and say, you know what, this is all a part of God's plan as you're releasing. Um, so I'm just grateful to be back on here today. I know I'm just used to everybody bombarding, you know, me with questions, but I'm grateful that Spirit allowed me to be able to, um, to channel for somebody and hear, oh, okay. Oh, Lord, this just fell down. Okay, got it. So strengthen your gifts and as you go along. And uh, finally, ooh, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Nice, Tennis Junkie. And look at you, admit your vulnerabilities. Great job. Great job on admitting your vulnerabilities there. So we appreciate you. All right. So thank you guys so much. I really, we are coming up on the hour and I appreciate you and want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and we will be doing these lives again. I just had to start. For somebody, whoever this is for, you just have to start. There's no good time to do it. It's not going to make sense at first. It does not matter. You just need to start. And it's something that you probably put down and maybe you didn't want to start again. But just like just like with this, like you just have to start. You just have to put one foot in front of the other. Um, and spirit will make it spirit will make it happen for you. And so finally, we'll leave with this. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So your all your hard work is going to be paying off for you at this time. Um, Many blessings to all of you guys, and I wish you all the best on your journey. And have a great week. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.